If you on a date, and it only have to be a week or two, but say about the next day or two, and the guy doesn't call you, do you call him? Is that like a new, untraditional thing to do, is to call the guy? You don't call? You say no. I'm trying to look. Somebody say no. Is the light too bright for you? Too much spotlight? Scared to death. Go ahead.
If I was in a situation, I don't think it's a problem with calling the person or sending a follow-up text to say, I had a nice time at dinner or whatever the situation is. Now, there is a limit to my number of phone calls. I will make one phone call or I'll send one text. If I don't get a response, let me tell you something. It's not that deep and it's not that serious. It was one day. So I don't have to figure out if you're into me because it was one day. It's not that deep. I'm going to send you one text, or I'm going to send you a phone call. If you follow up, and I'm not looking for you to follow up in 15 minutes, and then I'm going to be like, we work. We're people, we have careers, we have families, so nobody's sitting at the phone waiting for you to call me. If they are, fine. But if you do call me back, it's great. If you don't, the dinner was nice, the food was good, and the company was good.
Hold on.
All your life you get told, when I say all your life, but you always told, if you want something, work hard for it, right? So you wouldn't stop, if you want a job, you wouldn't stop it if they don't call you back the next day. You know? You like this guy and y'all got for dinner, he ain't call you back that one or two times you call, why not call him back?
I told y'all we don't play with y'all night, ladies. I told y'all we don't play with y'all night.
No. Please do not miss a part of what I communicated. I said I can send a text and I can make a phone call. Again, it's not that deep though. It was a dinner. It's not that deep. It's nothing for me to work at because my brother, I don't know you. So it's nothing for me to work at. The work was already done at dinner. So once I make a follow-up phone call, if you're interested, guess what's going to happen? You're going to do what? Ladies, what is he going to do?
Oftentimes, it leads back to what the doctor said. We have a problem with communication. If you communicate what you're feeling on the day, you don't have to worry about him calling, you texting, him texting. If you say what you need to say and you ask the right questions, you'll have the right answers, and you don't know if you got the right man. If the world was flat, Columbus wouldn't have a holiday, we wouldn't be here. It could change the world. Ask the right questions, get the right answers, got the right man. Work smart, not hard. Thank you.
Now, listen, after the first date, the man should be the first person that calls.
I missed it. Let her go
What
back.
has happened in relationships, and the reason what's going on is what's going on because the chase game has gotten all construed. The chase game. Men like to chase, point blank. Us women, we have taken that away from them. After the first date, I understand that men might have a problem communicating and all that fine. So when a man wants something, trust me, he will find the words and the actions to go after what he wants.
The thing about men, we know if the date went right after the date's over. So if you wait a week to call somebody back, you just ain't into them. Because most men want to call if it's right and that thing is feeling good, you want to call before she gets to our house. You want to text me like, yo, that shit was no, you can't be doing certain way. I don't usually act like this. When you wait a week, that was like young people say it's drawing. I want to call you before you get to your house.
No, basically it comes down to when people go out on dates, you have a good time, first date, whatever. If I call you or you call me, basically this is a conversation about how power is stratified in a relationship. If you subscribe to traditional norms of courtship, which is where the man takes the lead, women are giving or surrendering their power to the man. That runs counter to the songs that you hear about women being independent, put a ring on it. But when I talk to my clients, I talk about not only women empowering themselves, but men empowering themselves. If you go out on a date and you find that the person is a jerk or you don't really care for them, for what reason would you call them? I have clients and I have friends who don't give a shit about you and will call you because they want to get something from you that you may not be willing to give up or are incapable of giving. So it's important, and I think somebody brought it up earlier, it's important that when you do go out on that first date, that you take your time and get to know somebody. Take your time and figure out what you want from that person, and more importantly, take your time and figure out what you want from yourself with that person. If you surrender that based on traditional norms, you've already given up a portion of who you are. And for me, that's hasty, that's myopic, and it's foolish.
On that note, how about this? Now, fellas, you might disagree, you might agree. Okay. I just meet you. I take you out on a date, right? Now, just because I just took you out on a date don't mean you're the only person to talk to. So my thing is, we might have had a good date today. It might have been nice. Say I did give you a call, make sure you got in safe. Let's say that call was there. That's because I ain't call you within the first week after we met each other, we seen each other. You didn't call me either, number one. And number two, I might think that you're just as busy as I am. We both busy. And it's not like you're the only person I talk to. So maybe it's like when you first meet somebody, you got to kind of infiltrate. You have to infiltrate because you don't know who they talking to, what their focus is, who's in their life, who's not in their life. So based off of a week, you can't necessarily make to me, this is just for me, you can't necessarily make an analysis and say that person doesn't like me.